Wolves start off the game 10-0 in the first 2.5 minutes, and then don't show up the rest of the game as they just lost, ending their 4-game winning streak to the team with the worst record in the Eastern Conference, the Detroit Pistons, and they lose by 17 in Detroit. And somehow, the reality of that game is actually worse than that base statement, believe it or not. On one hand, you got the Pistons, who were just blown out by 31 points in Philadelphia last night, trying to deal with Embiid, back to Detroit after that slaughter to play the Timberwolves, who were just a game away from 500 coming into tonight. Unlike, 12-33, they also got 2 days of rest. They're on a hot streak, and what happens? We get fucking our dick slapped around. And the last time we played Detroit is when they handed us our 6-game losing streak, and that's when I pronounced the ending of the Minnesota Swag Club. I'd like to start tonight with a moment of silence. Also, for some crazy date statins, I just realized the Pistons, who I said I retired the Minnesota Swag Club, established 2022, just beat us again and caused this fury to send our record to 2022. Even our good performances, statistically, if you look at them, I all thought that they were kind of inflated and not as good as they really were. Like D'Angelo Russell tonight, usually with him I'm saying, hey, he didn't have a great shooting night, but he did a bunch of other good things. Last 2 games, it's been the opposite. He's shooting the ball well, making threes, but everything else is just a bit off and not good. I thought he was careless, making some bad plays tonight. His defense was really bad. Also had 5 fouls on that end. I mean, no one on our team was really guarding. I thought Jaden had some good possessions, but overall the perimeter defense was terrible. Gave up 60% from the field, 53% from 3. Their backcourts, their forwards, they all destroyed us. And they didn't really even have anything else coming into that game. They had one playable center tonight. One on the team of Nerlens Noel. So that's all that Gobert has to contend with is Nerlens Noel and then a bunch of people that are 6'7" and shorter. And Gobert, are you going to say that that's the worst statistical night ever? No, but it's sure not dominance. And I thought that the numbers were a lot better than he played. And I figured out, I think the perfect metaphor for Gobert's offensive game. It's like a toddler playing on a little Tykes hoop. It's yeah, they can dunk pretty easy because they're the same size as the hoop. But if they have to do anything more than that, it's going to be a disaster because you just can't even trust their coordination and motor skills. So a lot of turnovers just from Gobert being on the court. Again, that old issue. Our bench guys didn't show up too much either. Taurean Prince was all right this game. The thing that he's been struggling with since he's got back, he's been fouling a lot. And that was again a problem tonight. Jalen Noel had back-to-back games where he's just not looked good either. The team as an all-tire had a very bad turnover night. We had 18. And then just perimeter defense, as I said, was atrocious. Just a frustrating, ugly game. Anthony Edwards, statistically, he still got some numbers towards the end. But he really shouldn't have. He should have had 5 points tonight. There's a stretch in that second quarter where I noticed he's just not moving up and down the court. He's just hovering around mid-court, not getting back on offense or defense, and he gets taken out after that. That was the ruling, was he was out for the game. And then we're down by 20 with 2 minutes left in the third, and we're yeah, let's put Ant in for the rest of the game. Guess what? We still lost by 17. We were still down by 20, that full stretch. And we're yes, let's have the guy who's had hip soreness for weeks run through screens and press. That's how he will heal. Now that we were already ruling him out for the game, let's have him do that. And you're probably an educated Sapir if you are not habagoo that the Wolves had already lost the game by the end of the third quarter, because that is our disaster quarter over and over and over. Was again tonight. I'm not happy with that game. Let's just end the rant. Oh boy.